Hello all, welcome back. So this video is going to be a bit of a jobs on the van kind of video, because we've got some stuff we need to do. Well, had some things I needed to do. One being this, because after my little trip a few weeks ago, I realised I was very much lacking in the window department. It was quite dark and dingy in the back. I knew that I wanted to put one in, but I didn't realise how much I wanted to put one in. And the price of campervan windows is insane for the proper ones, you know, open and all of that. I did manage to find some fairly cheap ones from a recommendation, but to get them delivered here was going to be £100 postage, or to get one small window. So I thought, to that, I'll just bloody make one. And that's what we've done. I filmed the process of making it and putting it in, so you can watch that now. Obviously it's not a tutorial. I don't recommend anyone copy anything I do ever, as I always say. The mozzies are coming out now. But while you're watching that, I'm going to get started on the next job. That's it.
Okay.
Alright, so we're going to go for that one. That's risky. Let's do the middle one.
Why is that risk?
Because of the gap. What I'm going to do is drill 3 holes in here, and then take the frame outside, put it on, and then I can mark round it and it'll be in the exact place.
Smart.
So, face...
Do you need me now?
No, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Face in. Thank you.
Vibrations. Hi!
Right, now I've got to neaten up the corners. Thanks. I don't think you should stand like that.
Why? You can see my anus. It's okay, Bob. Yeah, but then it's wiggling. I'm doing it, honey. Ah! One. Two.
Next thing on the list, light bar. So this is the one that used to be on the big van, and it's definitely seen better days. Some of the LEDs are gone and flickering, and it's actually not that bright. Since I got those new lights, I've realised how not bright this one is. So I've been thinking for a little while to swap this for a better one. It's kind of nice to have the big light bar as well, because this is more of a, it's like a big flood in front of the van rather than spot lamps. Those ones down there, they just pierce down the road really far. And I also like to run them with the yellow covers, so in snowstorms and things it is so much better. But I like to have a white light as well, because it's, you know, I'm spoilt. Oh, the mosquitoes are getting bad tonight. But yeah, this one's crap. So I gave Auxbeam a message. Now, before you rage quit, just hold on a minute. I know I've shown quite a lot of their products, but it's because I actually like them. I think they're good products. They do the job, you know. I don't think they're overpriced either. Some of the things are pretty expensive, but I suppose you get what you pay for, don't you? But I sent them a message and just said, I want to swap my light bar. Have you got anything that you want me to show, kind of thing, you know? Anything new or new products, I don't know. And they did. They have a new, I don't know how new it is, but it's their latest version of the light bar. So I said send me one over and I will stick it on, see what it's like. Now, I'm not saying that any of you should run out and buy one, you know, of course, but I have been using the Auxbeam stuff now. We've got it on this, I've got it on the quad, I've got one on my bike. Do I have it on the tractor? I can't remember. I need to put some on the tractor, that's it. And none of it's broke yet, you know. It does the job. Like, you plug it in, it works. And that's all you want really at the end of the day, isn't it? And for it to be bright. In fact, while we're here, let's offer this thing up and make sure it even fits. So this is called 5D Pro Series. I mean, it's basically a light bar. There's not much to say. Although, the only difference I notice with this is it's got some like lenses in the middle. So I guess that makes it more of a spot, not sure. But let's have a look, see how close we are. Oh. You know, I think it's exactly the same size. Almost. I think we're going to have to put the new brackets on, but that should be good. But yeah, this is what I like about them. On the really low budget stuff they don't have this, but on the decent stuff is all the proper waterproof connections, you know, none of this twizzle and tape business, which is how I did mine when I first got it. It's just decent, you know, you get what you pay for, don't you, at the end of the day. Right, let's pop this off and see what we need to do. Oh, is it two different types of brackets? Interesting. How the hell does that work then? Oh, like that. I'm confused already. So yeah, you got the normal bracket, which goes on the end, or like that I suppose, whichever way you want it. Or you got this fancy one, which they've put a little cut out there, so you can drop that in, slide it wherever. You got two of these obviously, and then that goes through there, I assume. Yeah, you got bolt holes in there. They can sit like that. I'm not sure what I'm going to use yet. Didn't really want to drill new holes, but I think I'm going to have to. See this one now, it's just bolted through there. I'm not really going to be able to test this properly because it doesn't actually get dark here for about another 3 months. But we'll see. Should be able to see if it's bright or not. I'm hoping I get really lucky now and I can use the same bolt holes. That'd be very nice. Why is that wedged? There we go. Please don't fall backwards. Right, that's the old one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm sure I'll find use for it somewhere. Okay, new one. Shall we try it on these bolts, see if we get away with it? That'd be nice. I don't know if I'm that lucky though. Am I that lucky? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I am that lucky. Damn. It might be a bit of a squeeze. Oh, so close as well. Millimetres off. Okay, in that case then, I think we'll use the other brackets and put them more in the middle. Oops. I don't want to drill too many holes in my frame. Oh, is it where we want it? That's the question. Slight angle to it. Yeah. Good and tight. Yeah. The wiring, although you get a lovely loom with all these things, that complete relay switch down to the battery. Unfortunately, all I need is the end bit because I've already got the cable in him, so I'll snip it off and save this for something else. Make sure we got plenty, and then yeah, I'll just keep that for another project. For the ends of this, I'm going to use a couple of these heat seal solder connector things, and then just stick some heat shrink over it as well, just for good measure. Need 7 pairs of hands to do this. Let's not burn my face off. These are bloody brilliant, these connectors. Sorry if that was out of frame, that was very hard to do. You've got a solder bit in the middle that obviously melts and goes into the wires, and then these yellow bits are like silicon or something, but that completely melts and then forms the waterproof seal, and then obviously the whole thing's in heat shrink as well. They're pretty good. Sorted. I mean, it's going to be undercover anyway, but might as well join it together properly, haven't we? Before I cable tie it all nicely, I better make sure it actually works. I can see that it's lighting the camera up. Oh, you bastard. That is very bright. That's very, very bright. Obviously it's not going to come across now, but yeah, I can't remember how many watts this is. I'll turn it on. I can see that that's lighting up the ground and it's still sunny. That's pretty good. I can tell you what watt it is. I don't think it says on the box. I've just been hammered by mosquitoes trying to do that. It's definitely the wrong time of the day to be doing outdoor jobs. 360 watts. It's a good job I put a new alternator in, isn't it? Yeah, you remember when I did the battery upgrade, I said I was going to put a new alternator in. That is done, because otherwise I think with all these lights and a 70 amp B2B, probably going to struggle. So I've upgraded to a 150 amp alternator, and hopefully that does the job. Oh. Next morning now, and this is how I generally like to start the day. It's not bad. Before the mosquitoes wake up. I thought I'd just finish off this video with a quick catch up, really, a quick chat. So if you're only here to watch the window, then it's been a pleasure. See you next time. But I just wanted to quickly talk about, I put a poll up yesterday basically asking what kind of content you actually want to see on this channel. Now, I didn't do that because I'm worried, or I'm not in a bad place at all. I'm in a very good place. I'm very happy actually with what I do, what videos I make, and I have fun doing it still. I only did it because I just wanted to ask, really. I wanted to see what the general thoughts were. So the questions I put were, it was, what do you want to see on this particular channel? And I did van / travelling content, or content from around here, house, the sort of developing of this into a homestead kind of thing. And then I also put both at the bottom, which probably wasn't that smart because pretty much everybody put both, which is lovely. I like that. But there was quite a lot of votes on there. I can't remember how many there were, but I think the general sort of thing was people just enjoy whatever, a bit of everything. And that's nice. I like that. I appreciate that. The van bit was very small, which was surprising actually, because it's been quite a juggling act for me this whole time. Obviously the first 3 years of doing this stuff was very focused on campervan content, because I lived in my van, of course, so it would be. But then, oh, here we go, here we bloody go, bastards. But obviously coming here, that changed things a bit, made things more difficult to do that kind of content. So I was just filming what we were doing. And at the time, although the sort of response was quite good from people, it was all very positive, the viewership of that content wasn't very good. So before we carry on, I don't base my whole life around what views my videos are getting. It's not that. But if I'm putting videos on to this channel, obviously I want the people that are subscribed to the channel, I'd like them to watch it, because otherwise what's the point? It's nice to see that the sort of work I put in is getting watched by people. It's not about a monetary thing, because you get paid all basically from YouTube. I just want people to enjoy what I'm putting out there, really. That's what it's all about now. It started off as just a personal diary, basically, of what I'm doing to look back on in the future, and it still is. That's why I film the way I film, is so that I can watch it back without cringing to death and, you know, wanting to throw myself off this deck. I just film, and that's it. But there's a few different avenues that my videos go down now, and that's why, you know, I started the other channel. It originally started out as sort of motorbike repair and restoring things, because I'm passionate about that. I enjoy doing that, so I decided to film that as well. But when I noticed the sort of content from here wasn't doing very well on this channel, I decided, okay, well, maybe I start posting all of that on the other channel and just do van related things on here, because I thought that's what people wanted to see. My most popular video, and most of the videos underneath it, are van related content. So I thought, okay, I will do all of the off-grid stuff, the house things, on the other channel, and then keep this one for vanning. So then I had the idea, because it was still winter, you know, we couldn't really do a lot, there wasn't a lot going on, I thought I would post the season 2, if you like, the trip coming to here. There's quite a lot of episodes, and it's a really good trip. Obviously we loved it, you know, and that was only on Patreon. So I thought, why not release that to the public? And the response has been very good. The response has been positive. There's been a few people spitting the dummies out. I don't really know why. You know, it's free content at the end of the day. Again, the viewership of that is almost the same. You know, it's not very good. So that's why I asked the question. You know, I know it's an older trip, but obviously it's not been seen unless you were on Patreon, so I thought it would be good. You know, it's still relevant. It's the trip coming to here. Obviously I'm planning to film new things after it, you know, but I thought it'd be nice. I thought people would enjoy that, but it's only a very small percentage of people watching them. You know, there's 40,000 people subscribed, but only 1,000 of them are watching the video. So that makes me think, well, obviously people aren't interested then, you know. That's why I asked the question. Because at the end of the day, I'm still the same person, you know. Like I say, I don't bend my life for these videos. Like, that's how it's always been. I film what I'm doing, and whether the camera is there or not, the same thing will still be happening. It's just, do I film it, do I not? You know, the second channel does really well. Whenever I post on there, you know, it's all well received, and it's a good percentage of subscribers watch it, which tells me people are interested. But this channel is very much not, you know, and it's a shame. And, you know, I know what's coming. There's going to be people there who start going on about Patreon and all of this stuff, but I think a lot of people got the wrong end of the stick with that, which is fine. You know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I had to do what I had to do, and if I didn't do it, there wouldn't be a channel at all. We wouldn't be talking now, because, you know, I've said it before, I was very close to just sacking it all off. And it was only because I had the idea for the Patreon, which is a very small sort of closed community unless you pay £1. That sort of helped me find my love for it again, and then here we are now. I think there's about 450 videos on there or something. That sort of day-to-day kind of style, and just flip the camera on. That's what I used to do on public, but that then started to cause us a lot of real life problems. You know, people just making it their business to give us a hard time, basically. I'm not talking about, you know, people writing shit in the comments, like, whatever. That's annoying, but I just ban them. I don't really care, you know, it's not a big deal. But when it affects us personally, and it's real life stuff, you know, that's different. That drove me, you know, completely removed me from wanting to do this at all, because then it's not fun anymore. I've never seen this as a job, although it is. At the end of the day, you know, this is my income, and I can only survive on so little money because of how we live. But I've never viewed it as a job. It's always just been a fun thing, you know. It's got to be enjoyable or I won't want to do it, and that made it not enjoyable. So that's why Patreon started, and I still do it now because I enjoy it. It's good. It's another outlet that is different to the public domain, if you like. Obviously it's still public, I mean anyone can join, but that £1, although it's such a small amount, that's enough to put off the people that just want to cause us problems. So I'm well aware that it doesn't really matter what I say. People are still going to have their opinions of what it is, you know, their own realities, and that's fine. You can do that. At the end of the day, I'm just some guy on the internet. You don't know me really. I don't know any of you, but for those of you that do care, I just wanted to touch base really. And yeah, with the videos, I'm not sure. Maybe I will, you know, start to bring it back a little bit more onto this channel and do more of a 50-50 split. See how it goes. I don't know. But yeah, any thoughts, feel free to stick it down below, and I reckon that'll do. So I'll see you on the next one. Catch you in a bit, everyone.